Thursday, August the 27th, marks 5 years since the promulgation of the Constitution. It also marks the 5-year constitutional timeline for Parliament to have enacted all legislation necessary to fully implement the Constitution. However, as things stand, Parliament has extended by 1 year the deadline of several constitutional bills, among them the law to realize the one-third gender rule when it comes to representation in Parliament.
To withdraw this other bill so that they can pave way for that particular bill, sir.
The issue that you advertised for was 2/3 gender rule. That was in your advert for the public hearing of Friday, Saturday, and today. And taking us to Article 100 is missing the point.
This begs the question, what next for women amid fears and allegations of lack of political goodwill to realize the constitutional requirement? The poor performance of women in Kenya's political arena is attributable to two major factors. One, Kenya's patriarchal culture, and two, the electoral system and the politics that require an enormous outlay of capital, something that most women lack. The journey to realizing the one-third gender rule in Parliament has been nothing short of turbulent.
All of us are committed to finding a solution as to how we can implement this rule.
In December 2012, the Attorney General sought an interpretation from the Supreme Court in form of an advisory opinion on the deadline to implement the gender principle ahead of the 2013 general elections. On 11th December 2012, the judges held that gender equity as an affirmative action right for women is progressive in nature and not an immediate realization. Several proposals were put on the table, including the controversial constitutional amendment bill tabled in Parliament by the Samuel Chepkonga-led Justice Committee that sought a progressive implementation of the requirement.
We know how many women have been elected under the 290 constituencies. The difference, you have to now go into a party list, but through an election as provided for by IEBC. Number two, the other proposal that is before us is to have 2 women reps per county, so that you have 94.
Despite this, no consensus was arrived at, and just this week, on the 25th of August, Parliament once again extended by 1 year the implementation of the gender rule law to August the 27th, 2016.
By electronic votes, the members that voted were 246. The ayes were 236 electronically, manually 24, total 260. That's for the ayes.
Aside from the hurdles in legislation to meet the one-third gender rule in Parliament, a majority of the ethnic minorities continue to feel neglected in the discussion of special interest groups, among them the Sengwer, the El Molo, and the Ndorobo. But it is not all doom and gloom in the realization of gains for special interest groups. Inclusion of women in cabinet is also another plus realized under the Constitution. Of the 19 cabinet secretaries, 6 of them are women. It is also under the current Constitution that for the first time in the country's history, a woman was elevated in the military at the Kenya Defence Forces, KDF. Fatma Ahmad, who joined the military in 1983, is now a brigadier, breaking the barriers previously perceived to be male-dominated. As we mark 5 years of the new dispensation, the special interest groups, though, still face challenges on the road to gaining from their struggles. For Channel 1 News, I'm Judith Akolo.